let's get to it, man. Hangle Beat Drop Podcast. I'm super excited. We were chopping it up, and then I was like, yo, we gotta hit record because Oso's dropping fucking gems right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We got DJ Osomighty. It's a part 2. If you guys haven't listened to the first episode, go listen to it. And if not, we here right now and we gonna get to it, man. But also, you're my bro. What's
What's
Gucci?
good, man? Just chilling, you
Man,
know what I mean?
dog, I'm excited, man, bro. Like honestly, dog, I say it, and people have told me that your episode has like really inspired people, bro. Like on some
Man,
real
that's
shit,
what's up, bro.
like
That's what's up.
like facts, bro. And like the fact that I get to talk to you right now and we get to chop it up, bro. I'm excited, man. You know, I just want to be able to kind of talk about like stuff that you did during pandemic, like
Yeah.
just all that type of stuff. And
Where
yeah,
do we
man, let's get
start?
to
Do
it.
we start the day that we lost everything?
Yeah. Let's fucking the apocalypse, bro. Let's start
Right?
when, bro. Like,
Let's go, man.
when was okay? So when let's
March
just
16th is when I lost
yeah,
everything. See, I know.
I was like March 16th, 12:55, bro. Okay,
Bro,
dog.
nah, guys, like I got a phone call from three main jobs that I had.
Oh man.
Like literally within an hour. Yo, also we're done for like the next 2 weeks. Yo, also we're done for the next 2 weeks. Yo, also I'm sorry to tell you, like, hey man, like we're done. Oh, and then it was 4 because then I was DJing the St. Patrick's Day thing the next day.
Yeah.
Bro, it's canceled. And I was like,
Dog.
all right. And I'm not even lying, like that week, because I was working at DB at the time.
Yeah.
DB and my good friend Adam, you know, he runs everything there, and he was like, yo man, like I don't think they're gonna shut us down. And I was like, I don't think so either. But that night, that Saturday, the club was a little like you could tell people were scared.
It
But
was like
people,
frantic, huh? Like a little
yeah,
like uneasy.
people were out, but it was like people had that like, you know, you just felt awkward, and like everyone had it in the back of their mind, like, hey, this
Yeah.
might be the last weekend. And that was it, man. And then, you know, I remember when we left and he's like, no, I think we'll be good. And then a few days later it was like, bro, like 2 weeks, that's it.
Bro.
And then I don't know what happened.
Bro, that was the most crazy. Like, honestly, dog, it's so crazy that we get to talk about it now. And I feel like there's gonna be a documentary about that shit. But I remember that well, first, let's start that. Those 3 months were tough because our Niners lost the Super Bowl in February.
Yes.
And then I had a surgery the week of my appendix.
Oh my God.
And like I was like, huh, like 2021 isn't 2020 isn't really starting that high, you know? And then I remember I did a gig like in Downey, and then like out of nowhere, I was like, you know, people are emailing you like, hey, things are getting canceled and all this shit. And you're just like, bro, like, what the fuck is going on?
And like, then we forgot the worst thing when Kobe died too.
Bro,
that was, it was like, it was crazy because it was like, till this day, I still tell my sister, I'm like, that was like, I felt like that moment changed the world, like in a way where I know some people are like, oh, you know, Laker fans, of course we take it the hardest because we grew up on Kobe, but I just felt like everyone was sad. Yeah, like, bro. I remember everyone being just like, we were all heartbroken, and then it was just like a trickle effect. Like everything just started like just everything started falling apart. You know what I mean? I don't mean to make it sad,
but I mean it's like I mean, we could talk about it now because obviously like right now we feel like things are kind of, you know, getting, I don't want to say normal, but kind of, you know, better, and I guess we could say. But it's like, bro, that was a crazy time, bro. Like, and just thinking about it, man, and just we didn't, us DJs, we were so in shock, bro. And it was something that, I mean, I want to talk to you about because I know that was something that I was dealing with. Like, I didn't, you know, I feel like ever since I started DJing, and I'm pretty sure you're exactly the same, there was never like a pause for us. It was just always a grind. Like, it's just like, oh, that like the word grind, like you just, you like you value not sleeping than sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Literally. It was just one of those of just, okay, like full go. And people would tell you like, yo, you need to relax. And you're like, no, like, no, we good, we grinding, you know? But it was, you know, but it was like, but this time it was like, nah, like a puro huevo, like there's no, you have to, like, you just have to stop. So for me, like, I'm interested to know, like, how did you take that? Like, were you like what the fuck? Or were you like, okay, this is nice for like the first week, or were you, after a while, were you like, okay, what's going on? Like, you know?
So for me, real shit, like for me, it's been a grind. At that moment, it had been a grind like nonstop for like almost 5 years. And I'm talking about, I'm coming from Bakersfield to, you know, LA, and the grind in Bakersfield was to get to make moves in the bigger markets. You know what I mean? So literally I live like how you said, no sleep. You can't say no to gigs. You got to take everything everyone gives you. I could have had a gig right now, and then someone calls me and goes, hey, we need you here in LA. Like, oh, I got to go. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then I'm driving 2.5 hours away because it's just, I have to make my dreams come true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's just what it was, bro. It was a lot of green tea because I drink green tea.
That's right.
green tea and matcha. And so it was like nonstop. So when this whole pandemic started with the rumors, you know, in the beginning of 2020, part of me was like, I hope this isn't true. But the other part of me started feeling like I need a break. Like, I just need a break because I was nonstop. Like, I'm talking about my schedule every week was just not just DJing, but you got to understand, a lot of people don't get this. When you're DJing, there's a lot of work you do at home. You know, cleaning music, working on edits. Like, you're literally constantly like overwhelmed at home. And then the I guess the, what would be the word for it? The prize at the end of those little grind days is, you know, being able to DJ and showcase what you've been working on. You know what I mean? And it's still, a lot of us DJs who don't want to admit it have part-time jobs. I was a server at PF Chains, and that's what I did. Like, you know, I was serving tables, coming home, practicing. I'm still, you know, I still had little radio spots, so I had to turn in mixes and do all that stuff, and then, you know, drive back and forth. And so when the pandemic rumors started happening, I started kind of being like, I hope this isn't true, but I kind of hope I get a couple weeks off. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know, I wasn't rooting for it, but I was kind of like, well, if it happens, hey, yo, I get a week off. So when it came down to everything starting to get closer, it happens, everything gets canceled. And then, you know, part of me was like, damn, this sucks. And it was kind of sad too, because that week I was going to make a lot of money. Like, I literally was like, I have like 10 gigs at St. Patrick's Day. Like, let me just get past this and we're good. You know what I mean? You'll have that little bit of chunk of money to last us what supposedly was supposed to be max 3 weeks. You know what I mean?
That, bro.
If that. So it didn't happen the way I wanted to. So the first week was, okay, this feels good. It's my first weekend off. Yes, everyone's panicking and there's no toilet paper, but we're good. You know what I mean? Like,
we gotta wipe our ass with newspaper. You know?
It's all good. I just showered. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're good. And then I don't know if you remember at the time, like by the second or third week, the rumors started happening that people were gonna start stealing, that we were running out of things, and the media was making it seem like. I
forgot about that, bro.
Remember the media was making it, and I'll tell you why I remember this. So the media is making it seem like, oh my God, like the world's ending. We don't have no toilet paper, gas, everything, right? People are gonna start breaking into homes. People are gonna start stealing. So one day, I'm chilling, and all this stuff is going through my head. Now we're like at the third, almost a month, starting to get a little worried. Unemployment wasn't still in. So you had no money. Like there was nothing coming in. Like literally, it's been 3 or 4 weeks of literally no income for me. It's just whatever I have in my savings. You know, I still got to pay my credit cards. I still got to pay my rent. Still got to pay my car payment. And, you know, my girl has a really good job, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like we work together. And I don't know, you know, I'm Mexican, man, so I'm old school. So I always need to put my part. Like I'm that guy. Like I have to always put my part. So you know, I'm going through all these little things, and I remember sitting at my couch and I'm thinking like, man, what if they start stealing stuff? Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Like, I'm not against guns, but I'm not even a gun person. Like, I'm thinking all this stuff, and I hear a noise in my front yard, like a thump. And I'm like, and I get up and I'm like, bro, I'm tripping. Whatever, like, I'm done. I'm done being on social media. I'm done watching the news. I'm going to sleep. I go to sleep. It's like 6 a.m, bro. My girl is crying like fucking someone died. Like, oh my God, they did it. And I'm like, the fuck? I get up. What's going on? What's going on? They stole the tires. And I'm like, what? She's like, they stole the tires. And then I have this moment of where it clicked. And I was like, that noise I heard last night.
She wasn't tripping.
And I wasn't, dogs. And I go outside, and in my front yard, my car is on brakes. They stole my tires out of our new car that we just bought like a couple of months ago.
Yo,
and I was, yes, dogs, like they stole. And it's not, I have a Camry, bro. Like, it's a new Camry. Like, it's not even juked up. It doesn't have no like Dayton's on it or nothing. Yeah. It's just a basic Camry, dogs. And then at the time too, remember that they were saying that police wasn't gonna go for any like misdemeanor things. Like they were only gonna come to the house if it was like a really, really emergency. We were literally, remember that?
Yo, you bringing me back, dog. You bringing me back, bro.
We forget that that's all the shit that was going on. Like it was like what is that? It was like the Purge for like 2 months,
bro. It felt like the Purge, bro. It felt like the fucking Purge,
bro. So I was like, are you serious, bro? Like my heart, of course you have insurance and everything. You still got to pay the $500 deductible. But like, you know what I mean? But at the time I was like, 500. I don't know. Bro. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't even have unemployment. Like we're broke. Like in a sense, in my head, I'm like, we're broke. And so I called the cops, make a police report. Of course, they don't show up. And then they tell me like, oh, what year's your Camry? I was like, oh, it's a 2020. And they're like, or 2019. And they're like, oh yeah. From this model to this model, they've been stealing those tires because I guess the rims are expensive or something like the factory stuff. So for those and Hondas have been really hot and they've been stealing those. And I was like, well, great.
Hey, what about a 2017 Honda Civic? Because that's what I got. Is that
cool? You better be careful, bro. You know, because they said
I'm not in the clear.
No, you're not. Just make sure you have the lock. The lock. Because of course. After that happened, we went and got everything, got it locked up, security system.
Tires, though, bro. Tires.
But
that's fucking wild.
But
bro.
This is what I tell everyone, bro. That's how the devil works.
Yeah, man.
He always works at the times when you're at the weakest, in a sense. Like, not you're most. How do you pronounce it? Vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Right?
Sorry, vulnerable.
I'm a little paisa.
No, vulnerable, eh?
Yeah, vulnerable, you know.
Vulnerable.
Bolillo. You know what I mean? But that's what it happens. Like when you're at the brink of your praying and you have faith, he wants you to lose your faith. So I'm at that moment before the tires were gone, I'm scared.
Right.
I'm nervous that I'm not gonna get a job anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
I have no money coming in. I'm literally dead broke in a sense, you know what I mean? Because I'm not having any income coming in. And then, I don't mean to question God, but I'm like, why is this happening? Like, what's going on in the world? Like, I'm scared, like, hold me down. Like, I've never been in anything like this. None of us have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyone that's our age, we've never experienced anything like that. Like, you hear stories, your grandpa, your grandma tell you about weird stuff that happened back in the day, but you're like, technology is so advanced, medical is so advanced, like, who's ever going to think about anything like that? So when that happened, bro, it messed me up. Like it messed me up for like a good month. Not just messed me up where I was scared, but like I would hear a crack in the house or a door. Like, bro, I was ready. Like I was someone's going to die today. I'm really like, bro, I had not even a bat. I had the speaker stand. Just ready, dog.
My boy had a tripod ready.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna hit someone over the head with these lights, dog. Like I was ready, and I'm gonna run out. They're gonna be like, "This was trying to DJ right now."
What
like,
the fuck? You trying to make your own gig right now,
bro? I'm robbing you. What's going on? You know what I mean? But it just put me in this like funk, man, for like a month. I didn't lose my faith though. I prayed even harder. I've been through the dirt, and you guys know my story. Like it. So I was just like, man, I can't lose faith. We're going to get through this. Things are going to be better. This sucks. You know what I mean? And then mind you too, like my birthday fell right on the pandemic. So I didn't get to see my nieces, my sister, like, I barely got to see my parents. Like, it was just like, we were just in a weird situation at the time, but we prevailed. You know what I mean? So I kept my faith up, and then I just started I started working out a lot.
Okay.
Started working out a lot. then I started telling myself like, okay, what do you need to improve in? Like you're a DJ, and what are the things that you've been telling yourself throughout, you know, this whole last couple years of your grind, man? You need to practice more. You need to work more on your music. You need to do more stuff. So I started, because I was having really these like panic attacks after the tire robbery, and I started like just trying to release them. Like, how do you, you know, keep having faith? So I just pray a lot, and I started, you know, working on just trying to be a better DJ. I just kind of got refocused on the things that I love, which was DJing and everything that has to do with DJing.
Yeah.
And then too, remember, like, we started being able to DJ live on Instagram and stuff. So that made me feel a little better. And then once I started, that ball started rolling, I started feeling really positive again. Like, okay, I'm gonna come out of this pandemic, if not one of the best, if not pretty up there, because I'm motivated. Like I'm gonna make sure that I'm practicing every day. I'm gonna make sure, like, I felt like I was in high school again too for a second. Like I just felt good, man. And then the little things started making sense. Like I started having dinner with my parents, and I was like, yo, when was the last time I did this? Like,
facts, bro.
You know what I mean? And then not even just like, of course I love my parents. It's not like I wasn't visiting them, but I'm talking about, like, you know, when you're in that grind mode. Hi, mom. Hi, dad. Oh, hey, I came to visit. You know, you have a kid. So, like, here, mom, here's a kid. Like, I'll be back.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I would just come and be like, hey, mom, cool. Kiss a little bit. Eat some food. Cool, mom. It's been an hour. Shit, I got to go. You know what I mean? Like, I'll come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, we're sitting at dinner and we're there for hours, just laughing, joking, eating.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, man, like, well, damn, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when was the last time I did this? And then, of course, the hard part about it, which is people started dying. You know what I mean? Like, people around us, friends, coworkers, you know, like, I was like, wow, this is really real. Like,
bro.
Like, this is really real. And then I got sick. You know what I mean? And then when I got sick, of course, I freaked out immediately. Not in a bad way where I thought I was gonna die. Of course, I was a little scared, but I'd been working out so hard. Like, I'm talking about running every day, like eating as because I was nervous for myself. I was like, I'm diabetic, type 2 diabetic. I was like, I'm in the stages of reversing it, but I was just like, yo, like, what if I get sick and because of my diabetes, you know, something happens. And so I was kind of like, you know, working out a lot, eating right, and then I got it. Till this day, I don't know how I got it. I think it might have been a homie. You know what I mean? There was a time period where I ran into someone, and I still to this day think maybe that's what it was. I don't really know. I'm not pointing fingers, but I got sick, man, and I took it seriously. Like, I'm talking about, like, I felt like I was in jail. Like, I locked myself in the room. My girl would come knock on the door, leave the food. My girl has lupus, so we were trying to protect her to the max. I didn't let my parents visit me or nothing. It was just straight. And I stayed in that room, bro, for a month. Like whole month. I'm talking about, like, I would just go shower, use the restroom, come back to the room. Like, that's how serious it was. Like, and the only time we would go out was when I started getting retested. But at the time when I got sick, everyone was getting sick. So the tests weren't even like the rapid test. It took like a week, and then they lost my test. So and I was like, I'm not risking it. I'm not even trying to get no one sick. So we had to wait another week. So I didn't find out my negative results literally a month and a week. And then I was just like, bro, the minute I got the negative, I was like, cool, let's go for a walk. Like, just for a walk. Like, I just wanted to get out of my house. And then we went and got, I think, ice cream and shit. Like, you know,
ice cream. Cream.
I was like, man, dude, I was like, I need to get out of here. And then, but yeah, man, like, what I've got from this whole pandemic is just not losing faith. Like, and truly, like, utilizing what can be a tragedy, what can be hard times as a positive. Like I truly believe, you know, I've been through so much in my life. Like, even until these days, I'm still like, I can't believe the amazing things that have been happening in my life. But it really all starts at ground zero. Like, everything starts at ground zero. So like I had to hit rock bottom. I had to be at my lowest, and then I had to take it one day at a time. And even I just got married 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
And even, like, thanks, bro. And then you know, those moments, bro, I never thought I would have. You know what I mean? When I was lost, when I was drunk, when I was, you know what I mean? And I tell this to a lot of people, but I don't mean to tell it one in a braggish way. And I also don't mean to tell it in like what you're doing is wrong. Right. Because everyone has reasons for what they do. I don't think drinking is wrong for, let's just so-and-so. Right. But I know drinking for me is horrible. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And then it also runs in my family. So it's like, for us, drinking is poisonous. For us, drinking is evil because it makes you do things, and it ruined my life in so many ways. But I also tell people this because I am a testimony that if you decide to change, you can change, and you can get everything you've ever wanted. And then
well, bro, you said that beautiful. No, you said that beautifully.
Yeah, I get lost in the moment, but because like, man, dude, like I've been to rock bottom. Like I've been to where like it's just, man, like you see and you feel these things now, and you sit back and you're like, man, like I remember day one. Like I remember day one, bro. Like I remember vividly and being like, damn, dogs, I'm gonna die. And I don't know what to do. Yeah. And then you take day one, and then you take day two, and then you fast forward to 6 years later, and I'm like, yo, I'm fucking getting married. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's, you know
amazing,
what I
mean? Bro. That's
that's what I mean. But I always tell people, like, it's not easy. It's not easy, bro. Like the mental strength you have to have, one, to fight any addiction, and not just drinking, drugs, or anything, because you could be addicted to anything. You could be addicted to porn, you could be addicted to weird shit. Like there's so many things, you know what I mean? And then also you could be addicted to being a crybaby. Like, and I don't mean crying like I'm crying. I'm talking about like always having excuses, always
being a victim, being a victim.
Being a victim. Like always like that's an addiction, bro. I've met so many people that give me 10,000 reasons why they can't do it, and I'm like, I did it. Yeah. Oh no, but you're different. But what makes me different than you? Like, same, bro. Like just all you gotta do is work. Yeah, man. But you don't understand. I was like, no, I do understand. Yeah. Oh no, bro. But my mom was this. My dad was that. I was like, okay. I had two amazing. I still thank God I still have my parents. Like, I have two amazing, beautiful parents, dogs. I'm not a poor kid by any means. I'm not a kid that grew up, you know, necessarily broke. You know what I mean? You got to remember, I come from a first generation, you know, I guess coming to America family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where my parents, my mom did it the right way, necessarily because her dad got her a green card, but my dad didn't. Yeah. Came over, swam, did he had to do. But they also showed us without telling us their work ethic. Like my parents are American citizens. I remember, you know, when I lived in Glendale, I think it was in near Eagle Rock, where they would go to school to just become American citizens. But you know why my dad did it? Because he wanted to get his parents green cards. You get what I'm saying? There's a different grind, different mindset. And I came from parents that that's what I call them, the first generation to come America. So they come from poverty. Mm-hmm. So them owning a house, them having a 9-to-5 is a blessing. It's like, yo, bro, like they to them, that's winning $1 million. Yeah, man. Because they can flush a toilet. Yeah. You know what I mean? So my parents go from that to them buying a house in Bakersfield to doing their things. But, you know, they're older now and they're tired. So now it's me and my sister's time to break that curse now and step up the generation thing. Yeah. And my sister has done her part. You know what I mean? She's very successful. She's a biology teacher. Like, you know what I mean? My brother-in-law, you know, does a lot of stuff. And but that's, you see how life works. Yeah. Like there's a chapter for everybody, and the kids should be surpassing what their parents do. Yeah. So like with me, when I was going through all this stuff, you know, you don't think about that. You're just busy partying and doing all that stuff. So when you get, when you get to this point of life now where I'm like, yeah, I made the wrong decisions. I had all the blessings in the world, but I still got lost in the sauce, is what I always tell everyone. Yeah, like I still made the decisions to want to hang out with the wrong people. Yeah. I still made the decisions to be like, hey, I want to be like these people, not realizing like, bro, your parents are giving you everything you need to succeed.
Right.
You know what I mean? My sister took it, so that's why my sister's blessed beyond life. And I always tell people that, like, I truly believe in God. Like, I truly believe God's real. Every day I'm preaching. I don't care if you say, man, this fool talks so much about God. Well, you know what, Dawes? You haven't felt him yet. Because the minute you feel him, you're gonna be like, yo, God is real. Wow. But I also explain it to people that might not believe in God or have their own point of views. I don't judge no one. I pray for everybody. And I always say the universe. And I'm like, the universe has a way of always repaying you back for the things you do. So if you're one to always have compassion for someone, if you're one to always give to someone without them giving to you, if you're always one to put them first, opposed to you, the universe will give you back what you put out. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow, because I know a lot of us get lost in that
we want it
instant
now. You want it now. And
then you get mad because you're like, man, I'm doing everything right. But Joe's over there stealing, robbing, and doing drugs. And now he's got a residency in Vegas. Like, what is going on? I mean,
you start comparing.
But that's not true always. We just see, that's what's wrong with social media too. Like, you just see what they want you to see, but you don't really know what the man might be getting paid, what that person might have to, or what he's going through to get to that point. Or, you know, maybe he is a bad person. He might have got that part instantly. He might have cheated his way in. He might have undercutted everybody. He might have, and if this is, I'm just using DJ, you know, logic, but it could work with any job. You know what I mean? You know, this person could have slept with this boss, this is that, but you got to understand, like, yes, that's how they got there, but that's never going to last forever. If you grind and if you continue to be a good person, when those moments and those, when Joe didn't work out because he was a loser and because he was doing everything wrong, you're next in line. But now you're going to be getting all the rewards for his mistakes. They're the manager, owner, company, whatever, they're gonna be like, hey man, we gotta bless B-Drop because we were messing with Oso and Oso was a mess. And yeah, it was fun, but yo, we might have to pay B-Drop a couple extra $100, but we have security now. Do you get what I'm saying? So the bad person might have won a year ago and you were mad and upset, but you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna do nothing shady. I'm gonna keep working, I'm gonna keep, you know, doing what I have to do. And I'm going to keep, you know, striving to be a good person and make it the right way. Well, eventually Oso's going to run out of fuel. And the owners are going to get tired of that too. And they'll be like, man, this fool gets drunk all the time. This fool don't listen. This fool thinks he's a superstar. Nah. Well, here comes B-Drop. You know what, man? B-Drop's a good dude. You know what? B-Drop comes in early, doesn't complain, don't drink. Like, man, this fool works his ass off. Hey, B-Drop, like, man, work with us. Like, okay, cool. You know, man, this is what I feel I deserve. You know what, Dawes? We're going to give it to you. Why? Because Oso messed everything up. And even though at the time you were like, man, I can't stand that he's doing so wrong, but he's winning. Nah, bro, you got to understand that that's how God works too. He's clearing all that stuff for you. He works all around. Like, there was a moment where I had to sit back too, because I was one of those guys too, where I always was like, man, dude, I'm doing everything right. Why are these things not happening for me? Or I'm doing everything right, but I'm not trying to go back to that dark place just to make it. You know what I mean? And then I had a friend tell me, like, you know that you might be getting these little blessings, but it also means that God's making and clearing the room for wherever it is he's going to put you at. Because he doesn't want you to get lost in that sauce again. He doesn't want you to get lost in that dark hole again. So he's going to clear out the negative people. So when you finally go into that room, everyone's going to be in the same mindset and your blessing's going to get bigger. And I was like, damn, that's true. Like, it's true. And I've truly experienced that throughout the last couple of years, where I've had moments of like questioning and apologizing, because I'm like, God, I'm sorry. I don't mean to question you. And I'll tell you a quick story. So when I was living in Bakersfield, I was DJing at the main club, and it shut down for a few months, and for whatever reasons. And so I was like, you know what? I need to branch out. I need to do my thing. And in Bakersfield, they were like, no, we know you're a dope DJ, but yeah, bro, you only need us because your club shut down. And I kind of made the sacrifice at the time. Like, I was like, oh, I'm the main guy at the main, I'm the main guy at the main club. I'm going to stay here instead of, venturing out and DJing at multiple places. I was like, no, I'm just gonna make my money here. So when that club closed down, every other place was like, nah, bro, like we'll give you this, but we're not gonna give you what they give you there because you need us now. And I was like, damn, man, like it kind of made me sad. Like I was like, like, damn, dude, I should have branched out, you know what I mean? But I like the security. And then so one day I go to this one venue, the guy's trying to start a new night, and he's like, look, bro, I can only give you like $100. And I was like, $100? He's like, and this is what I'm thinking in my head. But I kept my mouth shut and I was like, okay. He's like, look, man, I know you're a good DJ. I listen to all your stuff. I listen to you on the radio. Man, like, you're great, bro, but our venue's smaller. And second of all, bro, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and it, you know, of course it hurt my ego. I didn't say nothing. I just was like, I was like, all right, bro, look, give me a day. He's like, all right. So like a couple, like, not even a day he gave me a couple hours. He's like, look, I could give you 150. Mind you, I'm DJing from like 7 to like 2 in the morning.
Oh, like doing the whole night. Like
like
you in it.
Yeah. This ain't no, and I got to bring my own equipment.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm praying and I'm talking to God and I'm telling my girl and I'm just like, baby, I don't know about this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like this fool's playing me. And then she's like, it's up to you, baby. But mind you, at the time it had been like a couple weeks that I haven't DJ'd. And I'm like, you know, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna take it. Like, I just need to get out. You know how that feeling where you're just like, I need to get out. And then I was like, screw it. It is what it is. So I go, I set up. I'm even mad while I'm setting up, but I'm trying to hold it in.
Putting the fucking wires.
I'm like, I paid my dues. I'm on the morning show right now. I'm all over the place. Like I've done everything. Like shit. I used to, you know what I mean? I carry crates for less. Like I've done this. You know what I mean? Like I'm mad, but I'm still like, look, God, just hold me down. You know what I mean? And then to top it off, bro, I'm like, the whole time I'm mad in my head. I'm not telling, you know, I'm not showing nobody. And as I'm walking out, I hit my shin. Like I hit my shin so hard. And that was like the icing on the cake. I hit my shin. I'm trying to put my what is it, dolly or whatever in the car. And bro, like I just cry a lot regardless, you know what I mean? So I get in my car and I'm just like, I fucking can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so mad. Like I hit my fucking shin. I'm making $150. I can't buy no J's with this. Like what is going on? You know what I mean? And then so I cry it out and I'm like, God, help me have a good set today. Yeah. That's it. Like it is what it is. I took this and I always do, man. And I'm like, God, I know the devil's trying to get me right now. I know he's trying to mess with me and just rebuke all the negativity from my heart, my soul, and let me get it out. And I did, bro. I cried it out. I was like 20 minutes in my car yelling, talking to God. And as soon as I was done, I took a deep breath and I was like, okay, it is what it is. Went home, showered, came back, and it was an amazing night. Killed it. It was fun. It was a packed house. People that were, you know, usually go to that club came to see me. Like it was dope, man. Yeah. And that was it. Owner comes up to me, gives me an envelope. He's like, bro, I put in a little bit extra cash. What can we do? What can we do to have you every Saturday? And I was like, let me think about it. Mind you, it was Super Bowl weekend at the time. And this was 3-4 years ago. I forgot who was playing. Yeah. And I was like, tomorrow's the Super Bowl. I want to watch the Super Bowl. I'll get back to you Monday. Okay. But he kept being adamant. I put some extra cash in. You know what I mean? I was like, cool. But I'm like, he probably gave me $50, $200. Like, I'm just like, yo, I killed the night. We have fun. We got some video footage. Yeah. Posted on Instagram. You're limping out with your fucked up shin. Like, I was like, if you gave me $200, I go buy some J's tomorrow, make myself feel better. Like, and then so the next day, I'm at this Super Bowl party at my friend's house, and he won't stop blowing me up. Yeah. Oh, so what's up, man? What's up? Did you get that envelope? Yeah, man. I'll call you tomorrow. Come on, bro. Let's handle the deal right now. I'm like, what deal? Yeah. He's like, bro, I want you here every Saturday. I was like, bro, I'll call you back. So anyways, I get home later that night. I still haven't opened the envelope, bro. Still haven't. Yeah. And then I was like, man, this will be bugging. Let me see how much money he gave me. Open the envelope. He gave me $500.
Oh, shit.
$500. And I was like,
that's a big difference from 100.
and at the moment, again, crybaby Oso. So, oh my God, you're amazing. Like, but what I mean about that story is like, there's so many people that would have said, nah, I ain't doing that shit.
Right.
And I never felt that I was better than anything that came my way. I always looked at it like, okay, I might not get what I want right now. I know I paid my dues, but at the same time, maybe someone's listening. Maybe someone else is there. True. I know if I was DJing sporadically like the whole month and I didn't need that, I wouldn't have taken it. That's for sure. I would have been like, man, $100, bro. They're paying me more over here. Sorry. Like, you know what I mean? No mean to be rude, but come on, dog. Like, but the fact that I wasn't, the fact that I still stayed, like, God just opened a door for me somewhere. Like, you know, what's going on? Like, all these venues are denying me. And it's like, bro, like, I have the track list. Bro, I was showing up to these venues. I'm not even lying. With a USB and a resume. Like, who does that? Like, and
like a photo shoot, you're all like,
no, bro. Like I was showing up, and every venue was like, damn, dogs, we've never had a DJ come in here like that. And mind you, bro, like, I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I put in the work, and I felt that I was, you know, the best at the time. Like, I was like, you know, here in Bakersfield, I was like, bro, like, I put in the work. Ain't nobody working harder than me. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, look, like, you know what I mean? And I'm coming in here with like 400 demos, like, you know what I mean? Everything, any genre you want. Like, and you know that because when I met you too, I was like, yo, like here's a USB. Beach. I was like, what? Look, you just gave me one the other day. I feel bad because I haven't listened to it. And it's funny because I used to do that shit on purpose too, because the way I looked at it, when people would give me demos or stuff, and I know people get busy. And before the pandemic, you got to remember, everybody's running around with their head chopped up. So people would hand me stuff and I'd be like, yeah, man, I'll listen to it. And I'd forget. And then I would, you know, they would DM me or like, hey, man, can you listen to this? Like, oh, yeah. Then I would remember and I'd feel bad. So I'd be like, fuck, I got to listen to it now. You know what I mean? And, you know, no disrespect to nobody. Sometimes it was, you know, mediocre stuff, or sometimes like, you know how it is. Like the younger people, they don't believe in recording. They don't believe in, you know, they want to do everything just live. Like, let me just show you. And it's like, nah, bro, like I got to hear you somewhere before I put you on. So I would feel bad, and then I would be forced to listen to it. So that's why with you guys too, with all the DJs, I'd always have a USB. Here you go. Because I was like, one of them's got to listen eventually. You know what I mean? One of them's got to be like, yo, bro, like this guy, he just bugs. Like, we just have to listen. You know what I mean? So that's why, like when that happened to me in Bakersfield, I was just like, yo, I know I deserve more, but I have to take this L. And it didn't turn into an L. You know what I mean? And I also felt at the time, like, again, like God, the way he works, or, you know, however you want to take it, but I'm gonna say it like this.
Right.
God has a way of always putting the right people in the right place at the right time for you, as well as putting you in that situation. So when I sit back and I look at everything that's happened to me the last couple of years, every time I've met someone or every time I played somewhere that advanced me to somewhere else, it was just the right people.
Right.
Like where I didn't have to question myself, like, do I have to drink with someone? Do I have to let my morals down? Do I have to, you know, do I have to do this? You know what I mean? Like, because we know how it is, you know, especially in this DJ world and this music world, there's always the cool people, the cool guys that we feel we have to be part of. And then there's always like the surrounding guys, like the guys that are doing stuff, but might not be as cool as this guy. And then you have the other guys that are up and coming that are, you know, building, and they're just, you know, they're homies and they're trying to get on. But those kind of people too either end up in one of the two circles. And I think that's a lot of times with me was that every time I had an amazing opportunity or amazing chance to change my life a little bit, it was always with someone or with the right people. And until this day, like, you know, I've done more stuff, you know, in LA and Hollywood and stuff like that since, you know, we last talked. But the one thing I realized was like, all that other stuff was amazing and great too. And it was cool to be part of that grind. But then too, I realized that there is a lot of ass kissing. There is a lot of, you know, socializing you have to do. And I always told myself, like, if I have to put myself in a position where I have to drink or do that, then I'm just going to walk out of it. Like my sobriety is way worth more than a moment with you. I know that moment might get me to this level, but I also told myself, like, look, if God's got you this far by you being 100% and being morally correct and just being you with you, why throw that away? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I meant about what I said earlier. Like, you just, you just have to kind of grind through it. You know what I mean? You gotta work through that and not let, you know what I mean? Like, it'll work out. It's just gonna be harder.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. You just think it's harder because you see Joe winning today. But it's like, no, you're winning. It's just let the process happen. And when when your turn comes, you're gonna be blessed more than that guy, and that guy's not even gonna be around no more.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, you know what I mean? And when I would do these things like, you know, fucking RIP Playhouse and stuff like that, it was a mess, but it was fun.
Right.
But it was like there was all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, God, like, it's crazy how there was so many DJs trying to get into DB and just be a resident, but you placed me there. But they're by the book. They're like, we don't want you partying, we don't want you drinking, we want you to take care of this. And I was like, that's me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all me. Like, and once I was there, I realized, like, this is why you did it. Because I wouldn't have felt, I didn't feel like pressure to party because I could just blame it on them. Oh no, guys, they don't let us drink. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? And I had in the beginning, you're getting to know people. I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's up, B Drop? I used to be an alcoholic. Can't drink with you, but let's party. Like, damn. Like, damn, what's wrong with this guy?
I was just looking for the charger, bro.
Yeah, guys, like, bro, you got an extra needle? Like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah. No, well, bro, listen, man. I like, honestly, dog, I commend you so much because, like, I remember the first time that, you know, we did the podcast. I remember that I bought drinks and stuff. And I remember you told me, you were like, yo, I don't drink. Right. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, for sure. And you explained to us, you gave us a story of why you didn't drink. And it's so crazy, bro, because, and not to make it about me, but like, I remember during the pandemic, you know, I was drinking, like, kind of just every weekend, just, fuck it. Like, just doing it, where it was just like, it was like a costumbre. It was like a habit, you know?
Yeah.
Until like, and not even to like, I'm not fucking around. Like, I thought about you, and I also read 50 Cent's book, and I read about how, I don't know if you read that book. I don't know if you
I bought it because of you.
Yeah.
So I'm reading this one
for
right
real?
now.
That's dope. Oh, okay.
This is what I'm reading right now. But this is, we'll talk about it later. But I bought that 50 Cent book, but I wanted to read this one first.
So I remember there was a part in the book where he explains where he doesn't really drink. And how, like, he doesn't rely on drinking to do things. And there was just a part of me, bro, and you know me, I believe in God too, and there was just something that told me, like, yo, just stop drinking, like, just don't do it. And I was like, okay. And I even thought about you, bro, like, and I keep saying it because I remember you said something when you were like, yo, I was able to rock a party without drinking. And for so long that seemed impossible, because when I started, I wasn't really drinking like that, but as you get in it, it just becomes a habit, like, a shot for the nerves, or hey, loosen up social. And then it got to a point where, like, now, I haven't drank for over a year, and it feels great, bro, and it feels good, and it's like, I'm still in that vibe of, like, not doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I never want to be like, I'm never gonna, because I feel like that moment I always say never, it does something weird for you, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, I commend you for that, bro. Like, honestly, bro, the fact that, like, you are a person that is so open about it, and, like, you inspire people. You inspire me to kind of be like, yo, like, I don't really need a drink. I just need my coffee and water. You get what I'm saying?
And thank you for telling me that, because that only makes me, like, it's like I always tell people, I don't tell people to brag or to be like, no. I tell people because it's just what God wants me to do.
Right.
Like it's just what it makes me do. Like, when I'm around people, I don't just start talking like that, but you always know when you start talking to people, certain people, it's just, it's a feeling you feel. And I'm not putting no one's stuff on blast, but there's other DJs in our circle that I've been able to, it's not that I'm telling them, it's just, it just comes out. And then I'll get like a message a week later or a couple weeks later, bro, you don't even know, like, I've been going through so much, and what you told me made me think, like, and I'm still trying to get there. And I completely understand how God uses me now, because it's just, that's what he does. Like, like you have, like, I had to hit rock bottom. So the reason why I'm open about it is because, to me, I'm like, you think I'm embarrassed to tell you this shit? I used to piss the shit on myself, dogs, when I was wasted. Like, not to be too graphic, you know what I mean?
I'm picturing it, but it's all good.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've had more embarrassing moments wasted, you know, passing out at clubs, at bars, you know what I mean? Throwing up on people, like, you know what I mean? Hitting on the girl and her man's there, like, you know, real cringy, embarrassing things, you know what I mean? Like where you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, did that really happen? Like, so you think that me telling you like that I used to be a drunk, that I got DUI, like even DUIs are embarrassing.
Yeah.
I had a breathalyzer in my car for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, dog. Bro, like my girl would tell you, my wife now would tell you straight out, bro, like our first date, she didn't even know I had a breathalyzer. and I told you my girl is old school. So I had to pick her up at home. I had to meet her mom. And I show up and I leave the car open. I leave the car on. And she's like, turn off your car. And I was like, no, I can't. Just turn off your car. I was like, I'll tell you later why I can. Let me just meet your mom real quick. Mind you, she didn't know. So she knew that I had stopped drinking. Because I met my girl after I stopped drinking. So that was a good thing. But so I meet her mom, whatever. We get in the car. And as soon as we get in the car, the way a breathalyzer works is you have to blow on it to start on the car. Then after it's on, it just sporadically, like through your drive, it'll just start beeping again. So you have to blow on it again. So by the time we got back to the car, it was beeping, beep, 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 beep. And I was like, oh shit. She gets in the car. She's like, what is that? I was like, I'll tell you right now. We speed off to the corner and I'm like, beep, beep. You're good to go, because it's trying to detect if you have alcohol or
right.
Get someone to blow in it. You could turn on the car, but you could still be drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's just like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean?
She's like, so we're going to Chili's?
like she's just looking at me like, what the fuck just happened? Like, and then I had to explain to her. But even at that time, I was embarrassed, but I was like, yo, this is my truths.
It's me.
This is who I am. Like, I get it. We've been talking for the last couple months. Like, I know I didn't tell you, but it's because I'm embarrassed, but this is what it is. So now, fast forward to 6 years later, my life is great. It's amazing. So it's like, yeah, bro, I tell people, because I'm like, yo, dog, like, I went from having a breathalyzer in my car to fucking being married to God blessing me with beyond things and things that I can't even speak about yet because I'm just letting it all happen.
Right.
But in a year, 2 years from now, when all those things come together and those blessings really become what they want, my story is even going to get even bigger. And I could really tell people like, yo, man, I was just like you, if not worse. You know what I mean? Like I was a drunk. I was an idiot. I was, you know, I was a mess. I couldn't even put money in my bank account, dogs. Like that's real shit. Like I remember working at the restaurant after like my third DUI, bro. I was so broke. Like I'm talking about dead broke. Like I would drive to the restaurant, make a measly $40, 20 would go for gas, and 10 would go to Taco Bell. That would leave me with like what, $10?
Yeah.
And I had a big ass fucking truck back then, so $20 was only a quarter, if that. You know what I mean? So by the time the next shift came, I would waste those 20 getting to work, hoping to make another 40 or $50.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Bro.
So that's why, like, I always tell people, like, yo, bro, like, I literally went from that to being able to buy some really nice shoes. You know what I mean? Like, like, you know what I mean? And that's why too, like, sometimes the homies are like, man, you always be buying this shit. I'm like, bro, because it's cheaper than fucking my bar tabs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro. That's a good way to look at it.
Till this day, I'm still like at awe, bro. Like my first month that I literally said, I can't do this anymore. I'm done drinking. And I respect you for saying that, how you say you never want to say never. When I stopped drinking my last time, because I've been trying for years to stop drinking, but when I stopped drinking my last time, I didn't tell no one that I stopped drinking. And I didn't want to tell nobody never. I would do the same thing. Oh, I'm just taking a break. Just taking a break. Of course, when the homies would come over or we have barbecues, oh, so here. Like, nah, dude, I'm just chilling. Got heartburn, bro. My stomach hurts.
I got chorro. I'm good.
Take a shot. And then once my buddies started like putting two and two together, they were like, they leave me alone. And then one thing, one of my best friends told me this, because again, I didn't live a broken life in a sense. Like I had really great parents. I have really great friends. I was broke here and there at times. That's what we do in our 20s, you know what I mean? And then two, you know, I had some DUIs. I fucked up, and you know, my friends knew. But I remember I moved in with my best friend and we lived together for like 4 years. And after we stopped drinking, he told me this. He's like, man, I never knew you had a problem. I knew you had DUIs, and we're friends, we're brothers, so we always give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
He's like, but when we started living together, I realized like, yo, this fool has a problem.
Yeah.
But who was I to tell you something when I got drunk with you too?
Right.
And that resonated so much with me, to the fact that it made me be like, I'm not gonna do that to my friends. Till this day, I tell my friends, you fucking up. Like, gotta get it together, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not that guy to be like, oh, you messing up. No, I'm that guy to be like, bro, I'm here for you.
Right.
Man, thank you. Like, nah, dog, like, for real, it's like, I'm good. Like, let me know. You know what I mean? Trust me, I've lost a lot of friends, or not even friends, because they were just with me through the drinking days.
Right.
But I've also had friends that step away, and then when they come back, I know what it is. It's they're trying to get better. You know what I mean? And then when they start getting lost in the sauce again, they disappear for a little bit. And I'm still that guy. I'll text them, I'll shoot them a DM, like, hey bro, I love you. That's all I say.
Yeah.
And I'll see you. And then, a couple weeks later, hey man, I've just been going through some stuff. And you know what I mean? Like a lot of us, when my buddy told me that, it really resonated with me, because I was like, damn, like sometimes we're such brothers and friends, but we don't want to, we're willing to celebrate everything, but we're not willing to also be honest with each other to the point where it's like, yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's hurtful. But it's like, I'm not saying that if my friend would have been like, hey, dude, you have a drinking problem, I would have been like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Let me stop drinking.
Yeah.
But I feel that if, I don't know, man, that made me feel like, like, yo, I have to tell people, like, I have to talk to people, and I have to talk to my friends or anyone in general that I have some connection with. Like, if God tells me to talk to him, then I'm gonna talk to him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let him know, like, hey man, like, you get your life together, or hey bro, I'm here. Because it's different talking to someone that's never been through it. And then it's, and then too, it's different when like, I always told people this too, like, I am who I am. I've been who I've been my whole life. I'm a hip hop kid who loves Jordans, who likes this culture. Like, this is me. Like, I love the DJ culture, everything. Like, that's who I am. And if some people think, hey man, that fool looks cool, it's even better to be like, hey, that guy's cool, but he also, like, he's really about it. Like, he went through it, and it's cool to be like him and not do all the unnecessary stuff.
Right.
Because I think sometimes people get lost that you have to do all the bad stuff.
Right.
And I don't regret. I guess I do. I regret stuff that I did in my past.
Right.
But I've also come now to a full understanding that everything really does happen for a reason.
They're like lessons, you know?
Yeah. And even the lessons were really hard, but you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, whoever's life I'm changing now was worth it.
But look, man, I'll ask you like 2 more questions and I get you out of here, bro. Because if not, I'll be here. I'll be talking to you all day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Right? But one thing I want to know is, and I'm always interested because I always find it a beautiful thing, man. Like, how was it getting married, man? Like, how was that? You know, or how is it just being like? Because now you get to be like, yo, that's my wife, dog. Like, it's different. It's a different tone, you know.
So, like I told you, I never ever thought that I would get to this point in my life, like ever. But then, like, I personally didn't want a wedding. Like, I just wanted to elope, and I just, we've been in the party game, so we know how it goes. It's stressful, and I knew my girl wanted it, and God made it happen. How he made it all come together. But man, like, dogs, like, I was a mess, like 2 weeks leading into it.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things where it really is like amazing. Not just the fact that I've been through everything, so it felt even more glamorous, like more like, oh my God, this is happening, but just family. Like, we had just immediate family, just immediate friends. Because of COVID too, we couldn't invite everybody we wanted to. But it just made it even that more special. And then seeing my parents, bro, seeing her parents, seeing her, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, man, it was just, it was amazing. Like, it was great. Like, and then too, like, it doesn't, the only thing that feels different and, makes you feel good is saying, yeah, that's my wife. And, wearing your ring and stuff, like getting used to that. Like, but other than that, like, that's my best friend. Like, she's been my best friend. So, like, nothing has changed other than us literally now living together and literally, like, just like, it's just my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, it's real shit. Like,
yeah, it wasn't like all of a sudden after that day you love her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like that day, whoa, like I'm in the love zone. You know, it's like you've been loving her. It's just she's your wife now. You know.
And I will tell you this though, that's the beauty of weddings. The other thing about weddings is you're literally like, it's like it flies by and like, bro, like I remember my mom told me right before the wedding, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna be really tired," and I was like, "Mom, I DJ weddings all the time." You know what I mean?
Tired.
Yeah. No. She's like, "Vas a ver, mijo," and I was like, "All right." And yeah, bro, like, you know, we're always on the other side. So this time I'm on this side, and Dawes, like, just the pictures, saying hi to everyone, you know what I mean? Like, and then too, you're emotionally drained. Like, I was crying the whole time, like, literally, like Kim Kardashian ugly crying, like, just like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, bro, by like 8 o'clock, I was done. Like,
I was
the
cake. Let's cut the cake.
Like for reals, bro. Like, I was just like, oh my god, like we still like, and my friends are still partying, everyone's still jumping up and down, and I'm just like, dude. And then my girl's over there doing the worm because that's her thing. She likes to do the worm, so she did the worm in her wedding dress. You're like, that's my girl.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
No, play next, wifey, guys. I'm trying to cry with my girl while I drink my apple cider.
Oh yeah.
So that was awesome. So like I said, so it was a lot of stress, but good stress, and a lot of like literally we did our wedding, we got a hotel, and then the next day we went to the beach for 3 days. Nice. When we got to the beach, dogs, like it felt like we still had to do stuff. Like we were just kind of like just in that going. Like and we didn't. Like, I just remember she's like, chill. Like, I was like, I feel like we have to do something. Like, no. And then with the hotel we stayed at had a restaurant on top. So we just ordered a bunch of room service, and they had a hot tub, and I just fucking chilled there, bro. And then like 3 minutes later, guys, I was like, where am I? I was like, man. Yeah. And that was cool, man. But we needed that. Like, we needed just like, because we were going to do like, for our honeymoon, we were like, oh, we're going to stay in Huntington, then we're going to go to Disneyland, then we're going to go to Universal Studios, and then we'll come home. And then the week leading to the wedding, we were so stressed. Yeah. I was like, baby, no.
It's a lot.
I just want to lay somewhere naked for fucking 42 hours. Like,
yeah.
And that's literally what we did. And then we went to the beach, and then the hotel was right on the beach. Yeah. We just walked over there, swam, walked back, ate, slept. That was it, dogs.
I bet it's a different naked feeling when you're married, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, we good now. God allowed us to be like this now.
Yeah, we good, baby. We good. We straight. So yeah.
Bro,
so
that's awesome, bro. Another question, bro. Like, how did you this is just because I'm interested. Like, how were you able to stay creative during a pandemic? Because I feel like one thing that I struggle with, and I feel like we talked about a little bit last time, was that like the word perfectionist, I think is a bad thing, right? Because I think that I've gotten to a point where you want everything to be so perfect that then you procrastinate. You get what I'm saying? And then you end up not doing nothing. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's been something for me that it's a problem, and I've been trying to work at it, because it's like, for example, like even the podcast where I was like, okay, I want this to be, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I can't, because at that point, another week passes by, another week passes, and then next you know, you're not doing nothing. So then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm interested to know, like, do you have anything is there like new like routines that you have? Is there like a habit? Like, what is something that you do that helps you kind of just stay in the creative zone, you know?
Just do it. Like, just do it. Because
Nike.
Exactly how you said is exactly how I lived my whole life.
Yeah.
Literally, you want to be perfect. And even through the pandemic, like, I got this new way of being like, you know what? Just do it. It doesn't matter if you mess up. Doesn't matter if it doesn't use you a little bit off. Like, you just have to do it. Because if you, like you said, you want things to be so perfect that you give yourself these migraine headaches while you're doing stuff, and then you don't want to do it. You know what I mean? You're just like, and that's one thing that I learned from doing radio in the small market, is because you have to record everything. So when I first started recording like my mixes and all that, it would take me, dude, sometimes 3 hours for one 25-minute mix. Because I wanted to be perfect, like perfect. And then some of my radio buddies were like, stop, you're going to kill yourself. Just do it. It doesn't matter. You hear the mistakes. No one else does. And I would be like, man, whatever. But then the more work you got, you didn't have a choice. It was like, bro, you got 5 hours to do. you're not going to take 20 hours to do this shit. Like, just do it, because you're killing yourself. You're getting a headache. And then, so it just came about. So during the pandemic, what I told you, like, I just wanted to perfect more of the things that I wanted to perfect me personally, like, which is scratching, juggling, and then, you know, just trying to clean out my music. So it's a lot more organized and better for me to not repeat the same stuff and just be a little different. And then too, another thing was, I finally said, I don't care if I sound stupid. You know what I mean? I don't care if I mess up. I don't care. I'm just going to hit record, and it is what it is. And then I started realizing this, because I always listen to my stuff when I run. I started realizing this when I'm running, the things that I heard while I was recording, you can't even tell.
Right.
Like, you really can't. Like, you really can't. And I'm like, yo, I'm tripping. But don't get me wrong. There's still, I still have a couple mixes that I haven't even put out yet. Because again, like what you said, like, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to wait till after the wedding. And now I'm like, oh, the music's old. Like, I can't put these out no more. Like, oh, I got to work on this. Like, you know what I mean? But now I'm getting back onto the flow again, where it's just hit record, let it happen. And yo, the little mistakes are little mistakes. There's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? And then too, we grew up in that era. So we grew up in the mixtape era where everything was perfect. Now, like, let's be realistic. Like, it's not even nothing like that no more. So just it's like, why kill yourself trying to be perfect for you? Right. But it's a good thing to have too, though, because the more perfect, I've realized this for myself, the more perfect you try to be, the more when you do your stuff, it's gonna sound perfect to everyone else. It might not sound perfect to you, right? But to everyone else, they're gonna be like, "Damn, this fool is the man." You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I do. But I also listen to a lot of DJs. Like, I'll go on my Instagram. I'll watch everyone that's DJ nowadays. I'll hear their mistakes. I'm like, oh, cool, they messed up too. So
fuck it.
like, what do I got to do? You know what I mean? Like, and that's also opened me to be a lot more creative. Because you're just like, fuck it. Because it's like, oh, well, I messed up. Like, you know what I mean? Just keep it going.
And how did you feel like when you were able to go outside, like once pandemic was like, all right, kind of relaxed a little bit? How did it feel doing your first gig? Like, was it like...
My first gig was, I was nervous but excited. So I was trigger happy. So I was like playing everything so fast. And like, like I felt like I was like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's getting out of me. And then I was kind of like nervous, had my mask on a lot. Was just very, you know, and then too, I realized that the same stuff you play on the internet, it's not the same stuff they listen to at the club.
Right. So
I was playing a lot of older stuff and everything. And then when I got to the club, everybody wanted still the new stuff, or the stuff that technically stopped when we were in the pandemic and stuff.
I think that's the thing, right? Like, it's like, I wonder when was that point where you were like, as a DJ, you're just like, this is when it stopped and people weren't able to listen to those songs outside. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just crazy, bro. It's like, I think we're all of us as DJs, we're like trying to get those reps in, getting that rust of public, you know?
And it's true too, because the first couple weeks that I DJ, I had a lot of rust, meaning like even my back was hurting. And then right now, a lot of venues aren't even doing like multiple DJs. So you're DJing like a whole night. Like right now, I'm in Bakersfield and I'm still doing stuff at other places, but I'm getting so much legwork and so much reps because I'm DJing the whole night. So your balance is everywhere right now. So right now, like, I feel like I've been the best I've been since a few years back, where my music knowledge is everywhere again. And then too, like, you know, like, okay, I go this way, that way, that way, and you're just like, you know, but it's the reps, like, you know what I mean? But the first 2 weeks, I remember, like, even my back was hurting, and I remember too, like just being like, oh man, like I just burned my own self. You know what I mean? Like,
did you feel like how can I explain it? Did you feel like you weren't as quickly sharp? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know how like when you're on it, like you think, okay, this you just it's kind of like you could see songs ahead of time. Like, you know what I mean? Did you feel where you were like, yo, like you were kind of walking?
And then you were having like these brain fart things, and then I'm like a party DJ, so I DJ fast. Like so a lot of my personal edits are like just the choruses,
just the
like
fun parts.
And so I remember like the first week I was like, oh shit, the song's over. like oh my god, like because like you're literally like, it felt like you were walking, like how
like,
you said.
like
it really. Like I was like, okay, cool. Jim Jones balling. I'm gonna play this, and like, wait, hold on. Oh shit, the song's almost over. Like,
yeah.
Single ladies, make some noise. You know what's up? We're at the club right now. Yo, we survived 2020. And I'm like looking for a song, like you know what I mean? So I had moments like that, like the first couple weeks where I was like, but then again, then I had like, then what would happen is I would have those moments where you'd feel it.
Yeah.
The juice, and you're like,
in the flow.
And then like, then you're like, oh shit, that was only 10 minutes. And then it's like 12:15, and you're like, oh man, I just burned myself again. Yeah, like
played all the bangers already.
and that's what I'm saying. Like you had these moments of really excitement because the crowd's there.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh shit, I got to do this. And then it's 11:30, and you're killing it from 11:30 to 12:15.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh wait, like damn, like I didn't even I literally just got too excited. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, that's how it happens, bro.
You know what I mean? So that's really how it went. Like exactly how you said it's how it went. But now there's a good balance, and it's cool.
You kind of
yeah, and it's cool too. Like right now, like I said, these venues I'm DJing out here, it's like I'm DJing the whole night. So you're literally like you make your own wave.
Your own wave.
So I can start off with Latin house and play whatever the fuck else I want and get them like just get the crowd going in a different way, different directions, and it's kind of really cool. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I feel like I'm back at like 2008, 2007, like where like you would DJ all these places, like but the whole time. Yeah. But then you make your own vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're in your own lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then once you hit them, it's even that much better because you've killed it with stuff that they might not even really fuck with. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck it.
You know what I mean? Stuff that they don't even remember or stuff, you know what I mean? And then I have like these little routines too now where like at the end of the night, like instead of, going this way, I'll go like old school stuff or I'll do this. And it's like you're building your own party in a sense.
Yeah. No, I love it, bro. I love it, man. Well, look, I'm going to let you get out of here, bro. But before we leave, I'm going to ask you two ending questions just because I want to know how you're going to answer them. If you could have dinner with one person, bro, dead or alive, who would it be, you dog?
Well, not trying to be was this Sabi or what is it? When you're a crybaby?
It's cool.
It'd be my grandparents.
Your grandparents?
Yeah. You gotta bring them back, man. It's been too long.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And Kobe.
Kobe. Can I get another person?
Let me be a three-way. You know what I mean?
Let me get three.
Let me get three.
Bro. Okay. And if you had 1 week to live, bro, what would you do and why?
Oh, that's easy. As soon as you said that, I'll be in an island with literally my parents, my nieces, my sister, and my girl, and that's it.
You're not gonna be naked though, right? Or was that just
well, that'd be like in the branch somewhere. You know what I mean?
In the branch?
Yeah.
Next to Adam and Eve?
Yeah. But that would be it. Like we'd go out the right way all together and in the beach, just chilling, just drinking salt water.
Yeah. Drinking some good old mineral water, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, I love it, man. Also, dog, I'm so glad that we were able to just do this again, bro. And like we're gonna have a part 3, then a part 4, then a part 5, because we always get to chop it up.
Because we're gonna elevate.
There it is, bro. Elevating, bro. Well, thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
I'm happy, dog.
Man.
Go ahead. Bro. This is the the bad part about Zoom, where it's like I can't really. Go ahead. All right, dog.